Hello and welcome to the web page Characteristics. On this page we will be looking into the strengths and weaknesses of those with autism spectrum disorders. Once again, I want to remind you to make comments if you have any questions or concerns. And first we will begin with the strengths. So strengths. Although some areas of development in a child with autism are delayed, children with autism spectrum disorder often exhibit skills beyond their years in some areas. And this is from the Autism Canada website. Just to let you know, a lot of this is inspired by the Autism Canada website. They have quite a few excellent resources there. So these intellectual strengths often overshadow the developmental weaknesses that students exhibit. As educators, we must watch out for these strengths and help the student find their unique interests. Some examples of strengths: reading skills, perceptual motor skills, drawing skills, computer skills, good memory, and music skills. If you want to look into some of these strengths, they are represented in some of our videos. There's some really interesting videos on our resource page, so I would recommend you take a look. As for the weaknesses, people within the autism spectrum often communicate differently from others. Communication involves understanding language and providing information. Some children with autism will have a good grasp on comprehension, example, standing up, but lack expressive skills, example, my arm hurts. Many children with autism experience difficulty with nonverbal communication. They also have a hard time understanding phrases that have a double meaning and take things literally. Some children exhibit echolalia, I believe that's how you pronounce it, which is the repetition of words, signs, phrases, or sentences spoken by other people. For example, when asked, "Do you want to eat?" the child might say, "want to eat," to mean yes. Some examples, like further examples of weaknesses, I'll just go into in a second, but I just want to preface this by saying not all of these weaknesses are represented in each individual. Once again, everybody's different, so some people can have a little bit more of one, a little bit less of the other, or maybe not even show some of these at all. So keep that in mind as you're reading. So some of the weaknesses are restricted, repetitive, and stereotypical patterns of behavior, interests, and activities, not full functional speech, impairments in social relationships, i.e. unable to understand social situations, restricted range of interests, a preoccupation with one interest or object, repetitive motor movements, i.e. hand flapping, finger licking, rocking, spinning, walking on tiptoes, spinning objects, etc. Fascination with movement, incidence on routine and resistance to change, and those are most of the ones, but there's also, I want to go a little bit deeper into impaired communication. So autism is characterized by an impaired ability to engage in social relationships. Children with autism often behave as though other people are not around them. This is shown through a few things, such as a failure to respond to their names when called, appearing not to listen when spoken to, and avoidance of eye contact. Some other examples include responses to communications of others. So they usually, or some may not look at the person. Failure to initiate or sustain conversations. Stereotypical or repetitive use of language, so using lines from your favorite movie to communicate, per se. Now, I want to go a little bit deeper into Asperger's syndrome, because that's a different form. So this is a milder form of autism, which shares many of the same characteristics. And some of these include impairment in social interaction, misinterpret social cues, lack empathy or emotions towards others, a appear socially awkward, and unsure about rules of conversation, and need clear instruction in social skills. So these are just a variety of strengths and weaknesses that have been discovered within the autism spectrum. I hope this was helpful to you, and I'll see you as we continue through the website. Bye.